Welcome back. Today we take a look at how to use compound nouns. In English sentences, we have nouns, we have verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Now, when we use two nouns together, a noun plus a noun, in a sentence, this is called a compound noun. We're going to take a look at some examples of compound nouns in this session. A quick review. Nouns are things, tangible or intangible, things that we can see, things that we can't see. Remember the properties of nouns. They can be countable or uncountable. For example, pen, company, subject are countable nouns. These have plural forms. For example, pens, companies, subjects. We also have uncountable nouns: furniture, equipment, water. Let's take a look at the first example of compound nouns. Here we use a noun plus a noun, which is a commonly accepted noun referring to things we are already familiar with. In this instance of noun plus noun, the first noun acts as the adjective, while the second noun is the category of noun we are referring to. For example, a horror film, a nature film. Film, in these instances, is the category of noun, while horror, nature, which in themselves are nouns, here are used as adjectives. So, what kind of a film? A horror film, a nature film. Second example, a pencil case, a cigarette case. In these examples, case is the category of noun we are referring to, while the nouns pencil and cigarette are used here as adjectives describing the kind of case. Another example, a wine glass, a water glass. What kind of glass? Category of noun. Well, it could be a wine glass, wine being the adjective, or a water glass. Here, water, the noun acting as an adjective. Take note, in this instance of noun plus noun to form compound nouns, the first noun used as an adjective is in the singular form. So, horror, nature, pencil, cigarette, wine, and water are not used in their plural forms when they are being used as adjectives. Let's move on. In compound nouns, we can use noun plus noun where a relationship exists between the nouns and it's indicated. This could be location, time, or we could be referring to a feature of the object. In this instance, again, the second noun acts as the category of noun we are referring to, while the first noun acts as a description of the relationship. Let's take a look at some examples. A garden chair. Here, chair is the category of noun we are referring to. Where is this chair? In the garden. So, garden, although it is a noun in its own right, here it is used to describe the location of the main noun. A garden chair. afternoon tea. The main category of noun, tea, and afternoon in itself, a noun, is used here to describe the time that tea takes place. So it refers to the time of tea, afternoon. Next example, a door handle. Handle being the category of noun, we are referring to door. So the handle of the door, a door handle, this being a part of the door. Note that the first noun is used as a description of the relationship to the category of the noun. Let's move on. Another note, when we use noun plus noun for compound nouns, where the first noun acts as a relationship descriptor, while the second noun is the main category of noun, sometimes these noun plus noun compounds use a hyphen. However, these days it is more common for them to be written as two words. For example, a window seat, seat being the category of noun, window in its own right a noun, here used as a relationship descriptor. Or it could be written as one word. For example, daylight. Day being a noun on its own, light being a noun on its own, but usual today to be written as one word. Now we look at nouns used with an apostrophe S or an S apostrophe. As you know, the use of the apostrophe shows possession or belonging. Let's take a look at some examples of singular nouns. For example, the policy of the school. So it is the school's apostrophe S policy. The coat belonging to my father. So my father's coat. Father apostrophe S. And finally, the cat that belongs to our neighbor. In this case, our neighbor's cat. Neighbor with the apostrophe S. In these instances, school, father, and neighbor are singular nouns. Now let's take a look at the use of plural nouns. The boss of all the employees, so employees in the plural form, the employee's boss, employees with the apostrophe after the S. The parents' meeting, here it is the meeting for all the parents, so apostrophe after the plural form of the noun parent. And finally, the forms belonging to all the members. So the members' forms, apostrophe after the plural form of the noun members. Now we can also use the apostrophe S or the S apostrophe with the noun to show the user or the origin of the noun. For example, milk that comes from cows. Cow's milk, apostrophe S. The washroom that all the girls use. The girls' washroom, S apostrophe. Now we also use noun with the apostrophe S or S apostrophe to show a measurement of time. For example, when we speak about a duration, a week's break. A week, apostrophe S, break. So 1 week's worth of break. 2 months work. 2 months, plural form, so the apostrophe comes after the S. Today's weather, the weather for today. Today being a singular noun form, S after the apostrophe. Now, in the case of compound nouns, where we use a noun plus the preposition of plus another noun, we use these for situations where there is no common compound, or for units or parts, to describe things belonging to other objects, or for certain fixed expressions that we commonly use. Let's take a look at some examples. The color of the sky. Now, it is not common to say the sky's color. So this is an expression that is commonly used. The color of the sky. We have color as a noun, sky as a noun with the preposition of. A slice of cake. The roof of the house. The top of the stairs. Take note, it is important that you distinguish using noun plus noun from noun plus of plus noun, because the meanings could be very different. Let's take a look at this example. Do we say a cup of tea or a teacup? Now, these are two very different things. A cup of tea is a cup of a beverage that we drink. A teacup refers to the object in which liquid is poured. Two very different items indeed. Another example, a bottle of water or a water bottle. When we say a bottle of water, our focus is on the main category of noun, water, which happens to be in a bottle. When we talk about a water bottle, our focus is on the bottle, its function being to store, to keep water. Again, two very different items. So be careful which compound noun form you choose to use. A final note, on some occasions the form noun plus apostrophe s or s apostrophe and the noun plus of plus noun form can both be used. For example, the author's decision. Now we could also use the form the decision of the author, noun plus of plus noun. Another example, the book's publication, noun plus apostrophe s, or we could say the publication of the book, noun plus of plus noun. In these instances, both forms are correct. Well, we've come to the end of this session. It's your turn to practice. That's it. We'll see you again.